Garth Brooks did for country music what Pantyhose did for finger banging.
Ladies and gentlemen,
made me fucking laugh.
girls, you have arrived to the conversation that'll end all conversations. The Soulcast with your host, Happy Bones. And now, without further ado, let's get in that crazy head. Here's Happy Bones.
What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? It is episode 18 already. Time flies.
We're legal.
Episode 18 of the Soulcast with my guest, Mr. Kenny George, in the house today, man. I'm real glad Kenny can make it today, and I have my co-host, Miss Ashley Stars, with us today. And Kenny brought me this cool gift. This is a shirt, and it says KGB on it, and I'm like, what? Like that. And then he brought me a CD, and it's Kenny George Band's Gunshot. All one word, like it should be.
That confused a lot of people when it came out. The guy texted me like 2 days before the shipment came in. It's like, gunshot is 2 words, right? I'm like, really?
No fucking way.
No, say it isn't so.
Yeah, and yeah, because at first when I first glanced at it, I thought it said Gushy.
Yeah, what's gunshot?
And I was like, oh no, that's Gunshot.
Sounds like some Japanese art form.
I think anybody that has 2 brains can figure it out.
Well, let's hope.
So, how you doing, man? I've met Kenny a few times just in passing. We've never had a conversation and got acquainted. So here we go.
Yeah,
on the Soulcast.
All these folks get to hear it first.
So I hear you've been pretty busy. You've been staying busy as hell.
Yeah, dude. Staying real busy, keeping the band on the road, keeping us out, just playing all over South Carolina, Georgia, North Carolina. You know, working the coast a lot, Charleston.
Are you doing all your own booking?
We got guys like, guys in the band will do booking. Michael will book, Scott will book, I'll book, and then we have Joel Frank, who's out of Charleston, and he manages the Tarletons, and Luke Cunningham band works with Ryan Bonner and all those guys, and he does a lot of booking for us around the coast. He knows a lot of people, and he's a good guy to know. So
right on. Hell yeah, that's good. And I haven't caught you yet, man, but I hear you're real good, and I hear that you'll be right up my alley.
I hope so.
I've seen the Jeremy Graham band a lot of times. I'm real good friends with them guys.
Yeah.
So,
they're
and I enjoy them.
Yeah, they're doing that Montgomery Gentry thing with us.
Yeah, that's right. Right. And when is that on the?
That's September 19th.
19th,
so
September.
Friday.
September 19th. That's a long ways away. So I'm sure that this episode will definitely be up by then.
Yeah. Oh, we'll be at Sky City right down the street here too in a couple weeks. 2 weeks from today, actually, with American Aquarium. So.
Oh, right on. Okay.
It's a good place to catch them at too. That's the first place I caught them at.
Yeah, they're fantastic. We did a New Brooklyn Tavern in Columbia with them. I don't know if you've ever been to New Brooklyn.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. A little fucking shithole, man.
My buddy works the door up there.
Yeah, it's a little dive, man.
Yeah.
It reminds me of I don't know if you've ever been to the Nick in Birmingham.
It's got a lot of history though.
Yeah. I heard Patterson Hood from Drive By Truckers has wrecked the bathroom there a few times, getting hammered. And
I saw one time like Tim Reynolds was there with somebody else that I've never heard of, and it was like $5 for the ticket.
Yeah,
and I was like, that's fucking ridiculous.
Well, we were playing there with American Aquarium. I'd never seen American Aquarium live. All my buddies had, and I have all their albums and listened to them, and we got to talk to them before the show. I mean, it was just it was kind of a mid-sized crowd, it really wasn't that big a crowd, so I'm really looking forward to getting over here and see if we can get more folks out, because it was kind of a weird night in Columbia because graduation, all that stuff was going on too.
Right.
But those guys are so fucking good. I mean, BJ, the lead singer and the guy who does most of the writing, can just write his ass off, and their steel player's amazing, and bass player and all those guys, so we love that. We love good pedal steel.
Well, that's a good segue into a question that Ashley had for you.
Well, I guess I gotta ask.
Mm-hmm.
What is it that, when you're writing, what is it that you think about?
I don't know. I'll put it this way: I just recorded a couple of new songs last night, and I've been doing this thing where I'll be writing, and I was going through this phase where I was just basically I was sitting there and I'd write a verse or two and maybe a bridge or part of a chorus, and I just couldn't finish a fucking song. It was frustrating as hell. And I was sitting there and I was thinking about every line, everything, and then I did that for like 2 months, just putting pieces of songs together, overthinking everything, and then I think the really good songs just kind of come out when they're ready. So like last week I went out and had a few too many and woke up hungover and wrote a song in about 10 minutes and wasn't really thinking about much. I think a lot of times it's just a matter of letting it, the song's kind of got a mind of its own, in my opinion, and the way I write. It's more of a catharsis than anything, so it just kind of falls out.
It's kind of more just like shutting everything else off, shutting your thoughts and
I
everything
mean,
off.
yeah, don't get me wrong, there's definitely things I think about to a point that inspire me, but I think by the time that I'm writing, that it's way past that.
Yeah, that's the same way with me. I mean, like, a lot of the best songs that stuck with me for over the years are always songs that come out like it was nothing, no effort at all.
It's something. I hate songs, and I have a few, and it takes a while for them to grow and whatnot, but I like them to feel natural. Like that's why we like to play out a bunch of new songs before we even, like this next record. Like Gunshy was one we kind of like did in the studio, and it kind of grew and developed in the studio. But this next one, like, we're really trying to get out and play all these songs and let them kind of come into their own before we really even try to record them.
Right.
So that's kind of, I'm a big believer in letting the song kind of go its own way and play it for people and let them see how they react. I'm okay with seeing how people react to it and taking their opinions and kind of mixing it with mine and just letting it stew for a little while.
Well, I don't know how long have you been writing?
I guess about 15 years now.
Because that's a good amount. I started when I was about 15, and I'm 38, so I don't know how many years that is, but
23.
And there you go. And so
prep school.
So I feel you on that, because there's songs that I've written 13 years ago that I usually try to record everything as I go through the years, even the same songs over and over again. And so, you go back to some of those old recordings and you listen to it and you're like, whoa, I do that song way different now. As it evolves and grows, you don't really see it changing that much as it grows. But it's just like having a child. You don't realize, somebody that doesn't see them for 3 or 4 months says, damn, he grew a lot. And you're like, damn, really, did he? I didn't notice. So
it's always,
it's like they're alive. It's like they're growing. It's like they're like my little kids,
Well, like one of my favorite things too is like you're talking about playing songs that you've been playing for a while or whatever. It's like to do that, to get, like, I'll forget about shit I wrote 12 years ago sometimes.
Right.
But there's still stuff I wrote back then that I'll play today. There's a lot of shit I won't. Because, you write crap a lot of the time, We used to say, sift the shit and save the rest.
Yeah.
But, like, there's, I think, perspective, life, whatever you want to call it, it's always neat to go back and play something, or hell, even listen to something someone else wrote. It always, over time, I think, songs kind of, whether it's yours or someone else's, is going to take on a new meaning just because of your change of perspective. Like, I'm a big John Prine fan, huge John Prine fan, and growing up, that's where he was one of the guys that made me want to be a songwriter. But a couple days ago, I was listening to one of his live albums and had a late great John Garfield Blues. I don't know if you ever heard that song, but that was one of the songs I never really cared for when I first started listening to him, and I heard it for the first time in a couple of years the other day, and it about knocked me on my ass. It was just one of those things. I think you just kind of, you grow and you get perspective, and the song does the same thing.
Yeah, absolutely. There's very few people that are able to capture someone else's song and make it better than the original, the cover. But I've known a few artists that's able to do that, and it's almost to the point to where I don't want to hear the original anymore. Like Bob Dylan said that about All Along the Watchtower himself. He was like, I'd rather hear Jimmy do it.
Noel Gallagher said the same thing about Ryan Adams doing Wonderwall.
Right.
Yeah, so that's got to be like the biggest compliment in the world.
Yeah, you're like
you do it better, bro.
He's just, go ahead, man. Go ahead, mate. So how do you feel about your influences? Like, where do they come from? And you know, are your parents supportive of you being an artist like that?
Oh, super, man.
Oh, that's good.
A lot of people wouldn't believe it. My dad's a cop, has been one for 30 years, and my mom's she worked at the site for the federal government, worked for Homeland Security, and I guess they I don't know whenever.
Your dad's a uniform officer?
Well, he was for a while. He's actually a head of a traffic and maintenance division, Aiken Public Safety.
Oh,
he's
cool.
certified arson investigator and cop and firefighter and all this stuff. But he mostly does. He basically heads up he heads up the traffic and maintenance division. But I mean, they were like, you know, people don't always. I guess they see you out in bars and they think you're a drunk or a druggie and come from some kind of broken home and write all these sad songs.
Right.
But, yeah, my parents are just the coolest fucking people I know.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely. I wouldn't be playing music. I wouldn't be writing music because I wanted to. My first instrument was bass, really, and my dad was like, "Son, you need to learn how to play lead. You need to get a guitar. Guitar players get all the girls, you know, kind of thing." But I wanted to play metal and hard rock and things like that, and that's what I did throughout high school. And then the guitar just ended up. I found my mom this old Signet. I think that's how you say it, Signet Signet or whatever, old guitar my dad bought for my mom right when they first moved in together, and I just picked it up and just started messing around with it. My mom heard me and bought me a guitar, like for my junior high graduation. So I think I was 14. As soon as I got done graduating, she took me to R&M Music in Aiken, let me pick out a guitar, and then I've been playing that ever since. But they were always pushing like different kinds of records and music on me and things like that. And I remember my dad gave me all the Jackson Browne, the John Prine, the Sean Phillips, the Leon Russell, the stuff like that.
That's crazy you just said Sean Phillips. My parents named me after Sean Phillips. My middle name is Sean, and it's spelled the way
I did not. That's
Sean.
fucking awesome.
Yeah,
that's
isn't that
cool.
crazy?
Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, I have that record. I remember. I can't remember the name of it. It's the one of him sitting in the front seat of the wagon.
Yeah,
like the station
long
wagon.
hair.
Yeah,
man. It's fucking Sean Phillips. Damn, like nobody knows that. Yeah, that's crazy.
But I got all that, and I got like he gave me those, and he gave me his record collection, so it had everything from stuff like that to like the Police and the Rolling Stones, and to weird shit like, you know, and then pop rock. I love pop rock, 80s pop rock, so, like early pop rock. I love, you know, the 70s, 60s, 70s, 80s pop rock, 90s too. I think to the point where like pop's gotten kind of a bad name lately because popular music right now is so bad that people just associate pop with bad.
Yeah. Well, George Clinton said only the weasel goes pop too. So a lot of people respect him, you know.
Yeah. I saw him open up for Snoop Dogg in Birmingham once.
No shit.
That's a crazy motherfucker.
Oh yeah, man.
Dude was up there playing the bass in the diaper. I mean, it was nuts. Yeah, but like my dad gave me all the songwriting stuff. My mom gave me all the jammy stuff. She got me into like the Allman Brothers and the Zeppelin. And,
right. Well, that's cool. You had it from both fucking directions. Because my mom was country, straight up.
Yeah.
My dad was classic rock. You know, his favorite band was Black Sabbath. And, you know,
I'm a little bit country.
yeah, right. And it was seriously like that. Like my mom watched the Grand Ole Opry and Hee Haw, and my dad rode motorcycles and listened to fucking Deep Purple.
My mom gave me a Sabbath, Bloody Sabbath. Like that, or I think that was the record, the Black Sabbath record.
Yeah,
I remember her giving me that, and I think she had Allman Brothers Eat a Peach was a big one that I got, and when I heard Dickie Betts, I got into Dwayne later. I love Dwayne more so now than Dickie, but I was just obsessed with Dickie Betts back in the day.
Oh yeah,
just that 2-finger fretting technique, just so graceful, and
yeah, he's a phenomenal musician. This happens to me sometimes. I was listening to him and I was like, damn, it sounds like me talking. And then I forget that I'm supposed to stop at the 15-minute mark and take a break. So I'm going to stop, take a break, and thank some of the sponsors, Tracer Audio, because they're fucking awesome. You go to Tracer Audio, you need your fucking audio done. Butch Palmer at Butch Palmer Salon, because he helps me make it look real sexy. It's not hard, but you know what I'm saying. Motherfucker gotta help. And Greenlight Studios, that's right, for having us here. We'll be right back.